Holding on to evidence, I mean, it's obvious you don't trust him. And if you don't trust him, I mean, and you don't want to do the legwork for it, you don't want to do the digging, just hire you somebody to do it. Get a private investigator or something and
Listen, you know what? I really get it. I understand because I would the same way about you. I get it. And if you want to get a detective, give me a couple weeks. Let me enjoy this fantasy that you call. I will do it if you'll go.
The thing that I find quite interesting though about Skyla is that she speaks to her mum as if she doesn't really know her mum. Like, she knows her mum more than we know her mum, if you know what I mean. Meaning that she should know that her mum's delusional, basically, in a nutshell. Yeah, let's keep it a buck. She raised you, right? Anyway, sorry, let's just continue. Yeah, Oh, yeah, so, yeah, now obviously we're at a point where you're going to be hiring a private investigator. Okay, so I see what we're doing now. All right. It's just annoying because they did this whole thing of the private investigator, but it had to be on the last episode of the season, which is very annoying because it would have been cool to see how it would have played out throughout the season, not have to wait for it to play out at the tail. But you know what they're going to do in the tail? They're going to use that as a cliffhanger for this moment and that moment to keep us hooked in, to can make sure that we watch all 5 parts, which of course we would watch anyway. Well, I mean, like I would, because obviously I have to, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I see what they're doing here with the marketing scheme. But anyway, let's continue.
Me and Skyla want to see a private investigator. Honestly, if Skyla had encouraged me at Christmas Eve dinner to do this, I probably wouldn't have done this. You know, my little desk where I do all my work, and I asked him to go get his phone because I needed his phone, and he went in there and got it, and it was like 10 minutes, and I went in here, you go in my bedroom, and you jumped. And I said, why is your phone? I told you to bring it to me. It's been 10. Oh, I was just cutting it on for you now. And here's the thing about the jumping part. I scare him all the time when he has a delay. He won't better, he'll jump. Like, he jumped right like I caught him.
Yeah. 7 years.
I mean, listen, to be honest with you, each time Angela does speak about Michael and speaks about maybe some of the antics that he is up to or the things that she feels that she caught him by, the crazy thing about it is, despite the fact that Angela is an absolute lunatic, when she does speak about him, I never really sit there and say to myself, you know what, I disagree. To be honest, because some of the things she says, I do feel like they probably do fit the narrative, you know, probably do fit Michael's persona. And this is why it has always been one of the situations where I have said that if Angela wasn't so manic the way she is, I generally believe that a lot of us probably would have been on her side rather than Michael's side, because Michael's definitely done a lot of things that have definitely given vibes of I'm using you and I don't actually love you, if you dig what I'm saying. But Angela's ways of living life has definitely made us dislike her and therefore actually have sympathy for Michael, even though generally speaking he is just as bad as her. It's just that he's bad as her in a different format. He's just not all up in our faces about it, so therefore it's easy for us to kind of let him slide. Well, some people let him slide. I don't necessarily. I'll still hold him accountable for his BS. But nonetheless, though, let's continue.
Right. Why are you coming to me now?
Well, recently in Ivory Coast, on my belief, I found, first of all, a chat. He swore he wasn't no part of the chat groups on his phone, called Paradise Men. He and a girl named Cheetah. He explains that this girl was...
There's another girl?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me.
I don't even know why Skyla was even acting surprised. There was another girl? You didn't tell me. Girl, come on now. You know your mom isn't always going to tell you the full truth. You know your mom's ego is too big for her to always be transparent with you. You know your mom's big. You know your mom's got such a big ego that she'd be willing to put herself through hell just to prove you wrong. You know what I mean? So come on now, don't be acting all surprised. To be honest with you, I really would love to see the dynamic between Skyla and Angela a bit more, to really see how similar they are. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, though. But then that would mean another show with some more Angela. Oh, crikey. For some reason, though, I don't know why. I really don't know why. But if Mama June could have a spin-off show, you know, and for it to continue to still be successful, I feel like Angela could probably do the same goddamn thing, to be honest with you. For some reason, I feel like I prefer a show with Angela than I would be with Mama June, to be honest with you. If people don't know what I'm talking about Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, okay? Elena Thompson, okay? Shannon June, okay? Yeah. Anyway, that's just a side thought. You probably think I'm crazy for saying that, but hey, we continue. I just get vibes of that family when it comes to her family too. A whole bunch of kids, you know what I mean? Terrible mothering, you know, and then you got the daughter. Come on, you get the gist. If you know, you know. But anyway, let's not give TLC any ideas. Even though I think that show would bang. Okay, what am I doing right now? Let's continue. Off track.
But nobody else had his phone. No one uses his phone.
Have you really thought this? He's trying to kill you,
No,
Mama.
I mean, that's what I thought at first. I'm like, what the
He ain't trying to.
Big red flags is this Paradise Men's group, because I think there's going to be some big answers that are within that group that Michael's been involved with apparently for a long period of time.
My only question is this guy a real legit investigator, or is he just someone that's been put on the show to make the storyline a little bit spicy? That is my guess. But at the same time, Angela has spoken a lot on social media about how she's got proof of Michael's madness and how she's going to get him deported and all that kind of stuff, or at least implying it. So maybe this guy is legit, and maybe this is the person that she was trying to reference this whole time. She was screaming on the internet saying that, oh, you know, I've got evidence to get him. You guys don't know nothing. I'll protect this man for as long as possible, blah, 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 which maybe you never know. May just be a possibility. But anyway, we continue. Oh, I'm pretty sure someone on Reddit, someone somewhere must be doing an investigation on this man's name, trying to find out who he is. Is this legit? Yo, if you've really researched and done a deep dive on this man and you know whether or not he's an actor or he's a legit person, you know my DMs, you know what I'm saying, okay? At MadzieMedia. Let me know. Let's get into it.
And everything I promised Michael. I have loved him unconditionally. I have got him to the U.S. My kids. He's got the wrong American. I believe you are honest, and you will bring it to me, bring it to the table.
Somebody tell me where she's actually loved this man unconditionally, because their whole relationship is all being based on conditions. And just put it out there. There's nothing wrong with my drink. It's just that it's empty. But you know, you're like, oh, there's a little sip in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm that thirsty. Just to kill any conspiracies. But nonetheless, though, can somebody please tell me where has Angela's love or her feelings towards Michael been unconditional? Because I haven't seen that. So for her to say that, it makes me laugh. But anyway, with that being said, though, this is exactly what went down this week, of course, with Angela, her daughter, and also this private investigator. But I will say this, though, regarding the preview that I saw of the part 5 Tale to Come, that shit is looking crazy. Putting these people in the same home, yeah, that tale is going to be off the freaking rockers. But hey, we shall wait and see. We shall wait and see. With that being said, though, let's move on to the next couple.
And now he's the one breaking up with me. He must have had a great time in Kansas, because it just doesn't make any sense. To throw in my face that, like, how it would feel to lose him and, like, fake dump me. I don't know, like, is this a real breakup? I don't understand.
The fact that she even put in her mind that she thinks that this could be a fake dump me is crazy to me. So does she genuinely believe that he did this just to manipulate her? Because, I mean, listen, maybe there's a possibility. Maybe she's used to him manipulating, and that's why she thinks he may be playing a game by this fake dump. But when I first heard that, I was like, rah. That's not something that I would think if somebody was dumping me. I wouldn't think they were fake dumping me. But for someone to be in that mindset, if either one is because that person values themselves that highly, they think that nobody can dump them, or two, that person has been manipulating them. It's the question is, which one is it? But nonetheless, though, let's continue, because this is absolutely mad.
Why? I'm willing to try still, and you're not for what?
But you aren't willing to try.
I am willing to try, Rob. I should give you a chance. I get it, you're sad that I'm away from you. I understand. I'm away from you for a reason. I don't just leave you because we're having a great time and I leave. Like, see me again then. Goodbye. You care about that? That's cool. I literally said, this is my last chance to give you. We can have a few days. If you don't even want to try a last time, then bye then. Bye.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't understand why you just dumped me over what? I didn't do anything.
Whew, what a roller coaster of emotions. Like, yo, I won't lie to you, man. This reminds me of the time when I left my ex. Damn, that was... I was like, what the hell was going on here, man? Hey, but listen, the matter of the fact is this. Rob's come in, he said, listen, we're done. Sophie isn't having none of it. She believes that there's no way this man can leave her, so therefore it must be fake, it must be a game. But instead, she wants to now flip it in a way where she's like, nah, you can't leave me. So you know what? I've come in here, I've tried to give you a chance to speak to me. I've tried to give you a chance to make things right, but you don't want to do that. You don't even want to try. So you know what? Fine, get out, go. So it's as if like she wants to leave the conversation or the relationship as if she's the one that's left him officially. She's the one that's had the last word. But what? Is that going to make you feel any better about yourself? What? Honestly, but at the same time, though, I don't know how you put I want us to work, or I want us to try, or those kind of things in the same sentence has well, I didn't leave for a reason. I left you because, you know, I needed a break or whatever the hell. That doesn't make any sense. You don't leave your husband to go chill with your friend for however long you did. If you still want to be with that person, you know what I mean? You'd have that conversation. Listen, leaving your partner for maybe a weekend, a couple of days, 1 or 2 days, you know what I mean? To have a little refresh, reset, cool, makes sense. Any more than that, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, nah, that ain't making no sense. Because that means you run away from the problems, you know what I mean? But listen, let's continue though, because this woman right here, the emotions were going crazy.
Woke up this morning and I just felt like another morning of being alone.
I'm not happy around you.
If you're not happy around me, then you probably shouldn't be with me.
We should get a repeat of that. If you're not happy around me, then you probably shouldn't even be with me. This is why you keep leaving me, and now I'm gonna leave you. It's not okay. It's okay for you to walk out on our relationship, on our marriage twice, for months upon ends to be with your bestie? But the moment that I say, okay, enough is enough, I now want to be done with you, oh, it's not okay? Because you're overwhelmed? This girl is funny. The problem is in life is that sometimes some people are their own problem. Sometimes in life, people create their own issues. Sometimes in life, people refuse to look in the mirror and take accountability and say, you know what, maybe I am the problem to my problems. Maybe I do nothing but to prevent my problem. Maybe I do everything possible to make my problems even worse. Maybe I am the problem. Accountability is a very, very big thing, and Sophie doesn't seem to have that trait. Sadly so. I'm not saying Rob does, but Sophie definitely doesn't.
No, overwhelmed with everything. It's so bad. It's so breathe.
It's not this moment.
Skyla, I need water. I need water.
If you ask me personally, this whole thing about my anxiety is so bad I can't breathe. You know what's so fitting about that? Mental health is something that Sophie has definitely used against her mother before on social media, right? In terms of why she behaves that way. And also is even used her mom's mental health as a way to even make herself look better on TV as well. So it's fitting, isn't it, that when it comes to this situation where things are not in her control, she's also using mental health as a tool as well. She loves to use mental health as a tool, doesn't she now? That is not a good thing at all.
All of my 20s has been Rob. So I've put in the best years of my life to Rob, and I've put in so much time, effort, money to Rob. For it to just fail is like such a waste of a lot of my life.
If that's how you see it, then goddamn, it's a good thing that he is leaving you. Just because you've invested certain amount of time, certain amount of years of your life to somebody in your 20s, it doesn't mean that's just that. You know, life is about experiences, Sophie. It's about experiences. We go through experiences so we can learn, we can grow, and we can mature. I could sit and say, listen, I spent 8 years of my 20s in a relationship, and for what? But I don't say that. I spent 8 years in my 20s in a relationship and walked away from it and say, you know what? I've learned a lot. Let me do better when I go forward. You see what I'm saying? Simple as that. Black and white. None of this, and it's not like you want kids anyway. So don't be using the whole biological clock type situation, even though for me personally, I really disagree, really dislike it when women use that as a reason of why they hate the fact that they wasted their 20s on a man. Oh my God, I wasted all my best prime years of a man in my 20s, and look at me now, I'm nearly in my 30s, I don't even look as good as I used to, and also the chance of me even having a child is going to be less than before. If you feel attacked by me doing this right now, you should feel attacked, because the grand scheme of it means that in those years of you being with somebody, you learned nothing. You didn't even walk away from an experience that you can learn from to better yourself in the future. You just walked away thinking you wasted your whole damn years. Do you know how much that can make the person you with feel? Whether you left that person or they left you, just think about that. That is not a nice thing. And it doesn't matter how bad that person may have treated you. The fact that you now feel like you wasted a certain amount of years of your life because this person was in your life, as if you didn't make the choice to be with that person in your 20s, in your prime years, which is technically a lie, because generally speaking, for some women, if not a lot of women, their prime years is actually in their 40s, but that can be subjective. But nonetheless, though, I ain't hearing none of this. Rant over. Let's continue.
A marriage isn't one person is always wrong and the other person's always right. Like, what don't you get about that?
It was me.
No, I am not blaming you.
If you think that,
I am not blaming you.
you break up with me.
You know how girls not even listening. The man literally just said one of the most mature things I never thought I'd ever hear Rob say, you know. You know. He literally sat there, you know, let me repeat that. Let me repeat that. We need a rewind. When a man doesn't say both select. Sorry.
It was me.
No,
Because I don't care. If you think that, leave. Of a lot of my life.
A marriage isn't one person is always wrong and the other person's always right. Like, what don't you get about that?
Please answer that question. But she didn't. Instead, she continued to make everything about her.
It was me.
No,
I don't care. If you think that, leave.
I am not blaming you.
You break up with me. What the did I do? Just leave it. Go. I'm not. Bye. I called you back. I was upset.
You either want me to leave?
And you still think I want to leave me over what? I don't understand why you're giving up on me when I should be giving up on you.
Rudy, you're not gonna listen to me. Goodbye. If you think it's me all the time, then bye. You'll see. If you're actually trying to leave me, you're gonna see when you're.
Listen, first and foremost, okay, you have been giving up in your relationship the moments that you keep walking out. Every moment that you've walked out on the relationship, you've given up. Every time you brought someone into the relationship, you've given up on the relationship. Every time you decide to not have a conversation one-on-one, you've basically avoided solving the relationship. And each time you've had a conversation and Rob hasn't agreed with your point of view because you want everything to be about your point of view, you have given up in the relationship. Because at the end of the day, if you can have a conversation to make things better, you have to be open to your point of view as well as your partner's point of view. And that is just a grand scheme of things. Without that, what is the point? But nonetheless though, let's rewind a little bit here. Okay, as I didn't want to forget the first point, but let's go back a little bit, because what she says next, this is going to be one of the most toxic lines I've ever heard in my life.
Rudy, you're not gonna listen to me. Goodbye. If you think it's me all the time, then bye. You'll see. If you're actually trying to leave me, you're gonna see when you're depressed forever and every bitch you ever tried to date is way worse than me.
Wow. Yo, say that to me. I want to respond to you. Say that to me. I'll be like, I'm gonna get up. I'm leaving. Even if it's my house, I'm still leaving. I hope you won't be here when I come back, because I ain't hearing none of that. What kind of negative nonsense is that? And do you know the crazy thing about what she said? She basically admitted that staying with Rob is her settling, and Rob staying with her is also settling too. Hear me out, because here's the thing. She's basically admitting that they have serious issues in their relationship, but they are better off staying together, okay, because it could be worse elsewhere. That is called settling. That is called not having standards. That is called not having boundaries. That is called being unaware of how unhealthy your relationship is. When words like that come out your mouth, that is not healthy to the slightest. A conversation isn't even needed after that. Just be done with it, because nobody should be in a relationship where they feel like the way she just described what she described, because that diminishes both sides. Are you mad? Are you crazy? Oh boy, that line hit different. I gotta rewind that back a little bit though, because boy, I need to hear that again.
Rudy, you're not gonna listen to me. Goodbye. If you think it's me all the time, then bye. You'll see. If you're actually trying to leave me, you're gonna see when you're depressed forever and every bitch you ever tried to date is way worse than me. You're gonna come back to me and I'm not gonna be there.
I'm not even gonna be there. The way she's trying to insult, damn, that is unhealthy. That is. I'm definitely gonna be making another video on this one again. That's for sure. I need to process this again, deep dive into it again, and then come back with another one. You know what we do here, okay? We give you the full episode now. You know what I mean? And then after that, throughout the week, I come back with some other gems that I figure out. You know what I mean? As I rewatch some of the scenes of the couples. But nonetheless, though, we'll be back with this one.
Idiot. And he just hates me. I don't understand why he hates me.
himself because he sees what he's done.
I would really like to know what he's done though. Like, you know, Kai's always referencing that. But to be fair, whatever he's done, the fact that he's leaving it, I don't know why that's not a party. But nonetheless though, let's move on to the next couple. We've spent too much time with this one so far. But we'll be back in another upload.
They promised us they weren't gonna have another baby here. Want to stay as long as she can.
I mean, do you have a plan?
Yeah.
Okay, so when are you going to buy a house?
When the right one comes on the market. We already got
you should buy a house that's going to accommodate what your needs are right now. It may not be the house that you love.
No, it won't be a forever home. We know that.
Yeah, it's a starter home.
House, but we have a different vision about what we want. Like, I don't care. I just need a house so I can move out with my family.
Let me see you. I'm not having a third child while we're still living in your house. And I'm sticking to that. I don't care even if it's that we have to rent.
We won't rent, though.
Okay, then
You know what though, honestly, I find it so challenging to watch Kobe. He's literally just such a beta male. Is it a beta? Soy male? What's the word? I don't know. Either way though, because each time he feels like he's got a voice, Emily shuts it down and he's like, okay, why is this man so submissive? This is so weird to me. It doesn't make any sense. Literally, their relationship is literally Emily, where Emily says, Emily goes. That's it. How are you sitting there? And the crazy thing about it is, I don't know why he's even making promises. Like, when he first arrived, he made a promise that they wasn't going to have a second child while still living in the house. But then they had a second child within literally a couple of days or months or whatever of them being there, right? Then fast forward, and now they've been talking about moving out for like forever. And then all of a sudden now pregnant with another child. And now you're still promising the same promise you gave the first time, that we won't have another one until we move out. Like, stop with the promises, because the grand scheme of it is whatever promise that Kobe makes, he's never going to be able to keep the promise as long as Emily's in control. But the reason why they keep having kids is because Emily wants to keep having kids. That's the grand scheme of it. So therefore, he needs to make sure that he makes promises that he's in charge of, not promises that Emily's in charge of. And that's just that. Because when it comes to their relationship, he doesn't have a say. Point blank, period. There's still no proof behind that.
The reason we live here is to save up to buy a house.
Okay, and we are ready.
So you're buying
here almost 5 years.
to houses. I am. Who got the realtor? I did. So it's not like I'm not the one taking the steps to go buy the house. I'm not 12. Like, yes, I'm 32 and I live in your home, but like, do it loud and clear. And I really feel like they are attacking me and that my husband is not standing up for me or doing anything to be on my side.
Your parents were not attacking you. Your husband wasn't doing anything against you. The matter of the fact is your parents are concerned because you've been here for 5 years and you two were meant to move out probably after year 1, maybe even after year 2, but you're still here 5 years later. And not only are you here 5 years later, you're here with another child. And the only reason why you're still here for 5 years is because you had a second child. If you did not have the second child, then there's a chance you would have moved out by the 2nd year, maybe 3rd year tops. But because you had another child, therefore they allowed you to stay there for longer. They gave you that blessing. So now your parents are worried that because you're having a 3rd child, that 5 years is now going to extend to maybe a potential 8 years. Who knows, maybe even a 10 year. So of course they're going to have concerns. Of course they're going to have a voice. But that voice is not because they're against you or whatever. It's just the reality of what they're recognizing, and they just need you to grow the F up and just stick to your word for the first time in your life and just move the goddamn out. That's what it comes down to. Now, of course, we do know that they did officially finally find a place, but God knows how long that took, you know what I mean? But anyway, we continue.
It doesn't make sense. They're trying to advise. Oh,
I'm done. I'm going to bed. You guys are pissing me off. I really thought the reveal would be something like, oh, that's so great. So it's like, so frustrating that they're just like bringing it up now. Like, and it's like, and then we have this talk, and it's so annoying. And then Kobe doesn't have my back because I snapped. But like, I don't care. Nobody understands what I'm going through right now. So if I snap, I snap.
Yeah. But we have to move. We're not moving because they're giving us so much pressure. No, we're moving for us, for our family, and the promise I made to your parents. Like, we're not.
Yeah, like I said, listen, at the end of the day, you know, Emily's always going to be Emily. She's always going to want things to revolve around her. She's always going to have to say, regardless what Kobe says. And Kobe needs to learn that, and therefore needs to stop giving empty promises to her parents. Fair enough, when he gives these promises, he does mean them. I'm not saying he doesn't mean them. I genuinely do believe that he has every intention to keep the promises. But like I said before, make promises that you are in control of. You have full control over. Not promises that involves Emily, because you know you're not going to keep them. Point blank, period. Where is the lie? But with that being said, though, let's move on to the next couple.
the fact that, like, when I first came here, it was our thing to, you know, for me, Dad, it was hard. Growing up without you there.
It's hard on me, too. I feel sorry about that, you know, but so I didn't was there for you all the time. I know it was a very, very important thing. I have my father either.
It's not an excuse.
That's true. There is no excuse. Just because your father wasn't there doesn't mean you're not then. It doesn't mean that you're then not there for your son. This ain't no generational nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Okay, no. So I like the fact that he said, but that's not an excuse. I'm very, very proud of her saying that, you know. But let's continue.
It's very emotional. I feel pretty bad. Don't be there for him, you know. But he's the person. But me and Patrick together.
With or
the dad was referencing Thias being the person that brought them together, by the way. Yeah.
without the apartment?
And at least it's still my granddaughter.
You're still my dad.
It's still your dad.
I really don't have too much to say. I'm just happy that the season for Patrick, Thias, John, Carlos, and I forgot his dad's name. I'm just happy that their season has ended off in a positive way. Because it's been one hell of a journey, 100%. And to be fair, we need to have at least a couple that's going to walk away with a positive, ending. And it's good to see that a lot of things that were divided due to secrets, lies, all that kind of stuff has now come to an end where everybody's on the same page, and it is absolutely fantastic to see that. Honestly, Patrick flew to Brazil at the time with not knowing whether his dad really does love him for him or if his dad loves him because of what he provides. He ends it by finding out his dad does love him, does appreciate him, which is fantastic. He flew there not knowing whether or not Carlos was ever going to accept him or not, and he walked away with Carlos accepting him. So he literally went there with not knowing about his biological dad, and then walking away with two dads, so a father-in-law as also an actual father, you know what I mean? So that's fantastic for him, and Tyus, I guess, and John walked away finally liking each other, which is fantastic. But with that being said though, let's move on to the next couple.
No, I got 20% to do yet.
This is so shocking for me, You just ruined my life.
Stay. Got to 80% on the paperwork. I still have 20% left.
That's the exact reason why you
What
haven't
don't you understand
applied
about
for
that? Give you your passport, you'd lose it.
Give me my passport. I want to have my passport.
You can have your
Give me
passport.
and all my legal documents.
You can have your passport. And you know what? You can do any paperwork that has to be done, you're going to do it.
Round of applause for the most mature man on 90 Day Fiancé of all time. But then again, their relationship lacks maturity anyway. But boy, there you go. Take your papers and you can do it. That's not how it works, Gino. Gino's just a very strange person. He's very hard for me to really just decipher completely, to be honest, because listen, one thing that I will say is that there's always been a lot of inconsistency in their storylines in all seasons, to be fair with you, and that's probably why sometimes it's hard to kind of put certain things together. Because their relationship's all over the joint. To be fair, I'm pretty sure that when the producers are doing the little editing and trying to put the scenes together, they're just like, okay, I'll put this scene there. I'll put this one there. No, wait. I'll put this, no, wait. But then she said this, no. But then he said, okay, wait. Okay, let's grab a scene from the previous season and just put it in there as a flashback. Oh no, that flashback doesn't make sense to, oh wait. But she did say no. But then he, okay, you know what? F it. Just put it together. Literally, that's as far as I am now with these two, because there's no consistency at all of really knowing what the hell was happening. Like, it's all over the joint, and that's why on the internet now people have to go and do a deep dive on Reddit or Instagram to try and find out how to put certain things together and link them together. But then sometimes when you think you finally got the jigsaw puzzle based on maybe the things that you read of other people or whatever, then you come back and you're like, wait, but then there's a contradiction here. Or wait, what? You know what I'm saying? Am I the only one feeling like this when it comes to Gino and Jasmine? Nothing can really ever be concrete with these two, because Gino one time has a backbone, next minute he doesn't have a backbone. One minute he's saying this, and then the next minute he's saying that, and then it's like, yeah, there's no sense basically. Let me just move the F1.
These are the conditions. I have to do whatever the you want. I have to please you, and if not, you're not going to work on the paperwork.
Why are you saying do the paperwork?
It's that I can go back to see my children, idiot.
Yeah, I understand that.
It's not the green card what I want.
Yeah.
It's the benefit of going back and seeing my children.
You can go.
See, this is the thing that I don't understand. Like, why is this so hard for Gina to process that, hey, okay, she's now saying to you that she needs this visa to be done and done with. So therefore, when she goes back to Panama, she doesn't have to worry about not being able to get back in the States. That's why she needs the green card, be able to go back and forth. I don't see where the rocket science is. So why is it so hard for Gina just to complete some piece of paperwork? For somebody who sat there and said, I don't want to pay for lawyers because it's too much money, so I'll do it myself, to therefore taking forever to do things, is wild to me. It doesn't make any sense. And look at how long it took him even to get Jasmine into the country. And now she's in the country. Look how long it's taken him to even get the paper that she needs moving forward. Like, yo, make it make sense. This is what I'm saying. Like, is there something wrong with Gino? Honestly, the more I watch this couple, the less I believe that Jasmine has actually been the problem. Honestly, that's why I'm saying there's a lot of inconsistencies with their storyline, and I feel like there's missing pieces where Gino has been doing things to get this woman to in this psychotic stage. Now, of course, there's definitely times when she's been dramatic on purpose, 1000% for entertainment purposes, 1000%. Because the dramatics are just unreal. But sometimes when I see some of the scenes where Gino's got a backbone, I feel like those are the scenes that we need to really pay attention to. I feel like those are the scenes that really reveal what may be going on. Like, yo, if I had the time to go back and watch every episode that they did from the moment that they got on the show, and I watched every single scene that involved Gino having a backbone, I feel like I could probably compile the truth behind their relationship and why Jasmine really is this psychotic around this man. Because I do feel like there's something that he does. Because you see, when he has a backbone, just notice his level of confidence and just notice the way he just, his body language. Just watch it, watch it.
Get out of this room. I don't want you here.
No.
I'm not spending the night with you. Get out.
No.
Get out! Bye. Have a good night and enjoy your work.
Evaluate, where our relationship is. But I'm like at the, very end of this, and 5.
I'll take a minute just to capture a note.
Listen, I'm calling it. I think Gino's been playing us the most. Because you see, when he's got a backbone, right? My man is like really like, no. Like he's the Godfather. Like he's Scarface. You want a piece of me? And when it comes to the cutscene now, the whole demeanor changes. And even when they get heat, and even when they have a heat argument, and he says a point, but then Jasmine calls him out on it, he hesitates a little bit, but then he's got to keep the backbone going, so then he just spills some nonsense. Listen, all I'm trying to say is that I feel like Gino's probably a walking gaslight, to be honest with you. I feel like some of the things he does is tactical, but then some of the things he does is just out of a reaction because he's an idiot. Maybe I shouldn't have called him that, but I won't take it back because he's one. Yeah. Maybe one day I'll take time to really dive into some of those things. You know what? I just give it an idea to somebody else to create this content. Damn it. Maybe someone should do that for me, to be fair, and then send it to me. Send me every scene of Gino having a backbone. But nonetheless, though, let's continue. Oh wait, so that's that over, isn't it? Yeah, nonetheless, though, we're going to the next couple now. But interesting stuff here. Let's just have a think about that, though. Because not everybody's always innocent, and let's be real, when it comes to TLC, they will always produce the show in a narrative that suits one person over the other most of the time. Let's bear that in mind. But it doesn't mean there are not Easter eggs throughout that give us clues.
Se ha ido, ¿ok? No lo ocupé en otras cosas. Mis cuentas que tengo en Ecuador, mis deudas que tengo en Ecuador.
Wait.
Tú eres responsable con tu cuenta, pero yo no. El dinero, que es más importante para pagar mis mierdas en Ecuador.
With my opinion, to lie to me. He said that he spent the money to pay for his debts in Ecuador. After Tita, you just drag.
The way, you know what?
Me for how long about my student loan debt? Why wouldn't you discuss with me credit card debt? To say I'm irresponsible with money because I'm not moving money the way that he wants me to move money. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. We just agreed to be open and transparent with one another. We just did this. No, if I can.
Actually, don't you think that's the problem? The fact that you've just done this. You married a man when you two didn't even have a transparency relationship beforehand. You've only just done it after what, a year and a half of being married. It's so hard to have sympathy for Ashley in terms of how Manuel is blatantly, I think at this point, using her. But how can you have sympathy for somebody that's allowed this behavior? She's been warned so many times by her family, by her friends, and she's ignored them in every single way. Every step of the way.
Be in this relationship anymore. I don't know. I really think he sent the money to the ex. I think he has a whole other family. He's not trustworthy. They shouldn't be together. I'm ready for him to just go somewhere else.
If anything, actually, she'd be listening to her mother. Generally speaking, she'd be listening to her mom, because her mom does speak a lot of sense. I'm not saying that the mom's spot on, but she probably is more spot on than Ashley is, and also the sister's also spot on too. But it still blows my mind that last week the mom said that my daughter's smart. Your daughter's not smart. If she was smart, then she would have listened to you a long time ago. She wouldn't be in this situation still. Listen, it's either that or that Ecuadorian D must be doing some magic. Well, even if it is, ain't nothing better than the African one, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just go represent. Let's continue.
This is not what I want for her.
Porque si no pagaba, alguien de mi familia en Ecuador tiene que hacerse responsable de esa deuda. Sea porque yo pensé que nunca se va a dar en cuenta, no porque abuse de la confianza de ella, pero...
Yeah, listen, I'm calling BS on it now. Listen, don't just stop telling us the reason why you're not a vocal actually is because of the abuse she may give to you or because you're afraid of her reaction. Stop saying that. You chose to marry this woman. You've been here for a long time now. If you're not comfortable enough to tell her the truth, well then really and truly that's no longer an excuse. That is onto you. You need to learn to not fear the woman that you married. You need to learn to speak your voice, to speak your mind to the woman that you decided to marry. You can't keep using this as a BS. No, I'm having none of this. This guy's a clown. Stop doing that. Stop. No. Enough is enough. You know, I'm sick and tired of it. Sick and tired of him doing this. Oh, you know, I'm just afraid of this crazy woman, what she's gonna do to me, or da. Well, if you're so scared and so afraid, then why would you still do things behind her back? Somebody that's genuinely afraid wouldn't do things behind someone's back like that. You know what I'm saying, okay? But somebody that's sly, a manipulator, will continuously keep doing these things and keep putting the blame on the other person's reactions. Yeah, about that. Just admit you have no respect for Ashley and you only want to take advantage of her. Simple as that.
Dinero para pagar tus dudas. Y tú quieres decir que yo soy responsable con dinero. Es sobre cada vez yo encontrar algo contigo es una otra cosa que es diferente.
Finis, mañana es otro día y empezamos nuevamente.
The way he was like, tomorrow's another day we start from scratch. You know what though? He knows that that's what they always do. And that's why he said it. He knows how to play Ashley. You know what I mean? But that's what they do all the time. When shiz hits the fan, they go in the boom 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 and they do the boom boom. You know what I'm saying? And then after they act as if it never happened. And that's why he's saying it right now. He's like, listen, let me take control of this real quick. Let me just tell her to shut up and we'll start again tomorrow. This guy.
No, it's sobre like transparency and love. That's what I need. And then we can go the distance to have a constant relationship that is non-toxic.
Well, Ash, it's interesting though, isn't it? Because Ashley does say very intelligent things from time to time. But the saddest thing about it is no matter what she says, she never wants to apply the pressure. She never wants to actually behave based on what she says. And that is always going to be her biggest problem. She needs to learn to preach to, wait, what? She needs to learn to do what she preaches. Or to, no, wait. She needs to learn to walk the, you know what I'm trying to say, okay? Come on now, yeah. Nonetheless, though, let me know your thoughts. Let's move on to the last couple.
What's making me nervous is that you do see the fast results and you say, oh my God, this is such a fix and it's great and it's easy, kind of. And then you get one and another and another and you want another.
There's a thing with body image issues, which I've had forever. Like, I'm very, like, in a bubble with my own thoughts, but they are my problems. It's me.
But deal with
But that's basically the thing that your husband was literally saying to you right then and there. You know, you're gonna get one thing, then you want another one, another one, and then when she comes in and says, "But this is what's going on in my mind," that's the point. Your mind isn't gonna allow you to rest. You're gonna keep going and going, but your mind will not allow you to rest. Why is that so hard for her to understand? Oh yeah, that's because she's never actually went and got any therapy for her body dysmorphia.
The answer to body dysmorphia. If you don't fix that underlying problem, you're gonna keep having surgery.
to take care of that by therapy.
If you do surgery again, you should give yourself enough time to, one, let your body fully recover what it is that you're looking for.
I think I am just very go. And really,
you're looking for the next thing to need, to want, to crave, to achieve. Look at you and we see the most beautiful girl, truly, inside and outside. Like, Lauren, we want you to see the beauty that we see.
To have more surgeries, not because I'm addicted, it's because when I first got out of surgery, I was so close to the body I desired, but then my boobs didn't hold. I just want to feel comfortable in my skin.
Listen, of course you're not addicted yet. You know, like, of course you're not going to see that. But the fact is you just had a surgery and look at how quick you already want another one. That is literally, some people may say, is the beginning of an addiction or a fixation. Depends on how you want to see it, right? But the grand scheme of it is that you haven't even sat down to even appreciate the transformation you got right now. You know, and that's why it's important, like your friend said, to give it time. Let your body completely heal, okay? let yourself adjust to your to your new body, whatever, and then decide maybe, you know, in a few years. But deciding like literally months or however, or weeks after your first surgery, that's ludicrous. Listen, everybody wants to fix the imperfections. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody wants that. But at the same time, some of us also understand that sometimes our imperfections are part of what makes us who we are. That's the one, yeah. Sometimes fixing our imperfections isn't needed. You know, sometimes our imperfections balances out our perfections, if that makes sense. But hey, who am I to tell Lauren anything? Hey, she knows best, right? Hopefully she does get the help that she needs. So therefore, if she does decide to still go ahead, at least she'll go ahead knowing that she's had at least therapy first. But if she goes ahead without getting any form of therapy first, yeah, the end is not looking good. But nonetheless though, let me know your thoughts, let me know your opinions, and we can talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.